Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Anbiya. It's the same word, different dialect. And you can't do this haphazardly when you switch to Arabic. Noon and the meme and are the sin and the thad. Sometimes you have the same word, but in the one dialect you're switching one of those letters for the other one of that pair. And by me, I mean N for M, S for C, I guess is the English one you'd give it. In the name, the exemplar prophets, this particular type of prophet. In the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah, their reckoning draws nigh to men, yet in heedlessness they turn aside. No reminder comes to them from their Lord of late, but they listen while they mock, and their hearts make sport thereof. And those who do wrong discourse secretly, is this man aught but a mortal like yourselves? Will ye accede to magic while ye can see evil magic? Not just any magic. Say, my Lord knows what is said in the heavens and the earth. He hears and knows. Nay, they say, a jumble of dreams. Nay, he has fudged it. Nay, he is a poet. But let him bring us a sign, as those of yore were sent. So, they make up one reason. They make up some claims. They make up another reason, and, keeps on getting, there's reasons against thinking any of these things, but let him bring us a sign, as those of yore were sent. No city before them which we have destroyed believed, how will they believe? Nor did we send before them many, but men whom we inspired. Ask ye the people of the scriptures if ye do not know. Nor did we make them bodies not to eat food, nor were they immortal, yet we made our promise to them good, and we saved them and whom we pleased. But we destroyed those who committed excesses. We have sent down to you a book in which is a reminder for you. Have ye then no sense? How many a city which had done wrong have we broken up, and raised up after it another people? And when they perceived our violence, they ran away from it. Run not away, but return to what ye delighted in, and to your dwellings. Haply ye will be questioned, said they. Oh, woe to us! Verily we were wrongdoers, and that ceased not to be their cry until we made them moan down, smoldering out. We did not create the heaven and the earth, and what is between the two in play. Had we wished to take to a sport, we would have taken to one from before ourselves, had we been bent on doing so. Nay, we hurl the truth against falsehood, and it crashes into it, and lo, it vanishes. But woe to you for what ye attribute to Allah. His are whosoever are in the heavens and the earth, and those who are with him are not too big with pride for his service, nor do they weary. They celebrate his praises by night and by day without intermission. Or have they taken gads from the earth, who can raise up chthonic? His deity is what that would be called. What was that passage in the Bible? It's a New Testament thing. Pray without ceasing. Of course, it commands a certain modesty for those praying. That's probably why they discourage marital sex. But there are different types of remembrance, of course. Were there both gods besides Allah, both would surely have been corrupted. Celebrated then be the praise of Allah, the Lord of the world. of the throne above that they ascribe. He shall not be questioned concerning what he does, but they shall be questioned. Have they taken gods besides him? Say, bring your proofs. This is the reminder of those who are with me, and of those who were before me. Nay, most of them know not the truth, and they do turn aside. We have not sent any prophet before thee, but we inspired him that there is no God but me, so serve ye me. And they say the merciful has taken a son, celebrated be his praise. Nay, honored servants, they do not speak until he speaks, but at his bidding do they act. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they shall not intercede except for him whom he is pleased with, and they shrink through fear. And whoso of them should say, verily I am God, instead of him, such a one we recompense with hell. Thus do we recompense the wrongdoers. Do not those who misbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were both solid, and we burst them asunder, and we made from water every living thing? Will they then not believe? And we placed on the earth for mountains, lest it should move with them, and he made therein open roads for paths. Haply they may be guided, and we made the heaven a guarded roof, yet from our signs they turn aside. He it is who created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, each floating in a sky. We never made for any mortal before the immortality. What if thou shouldest die? Will they live on for aye? Every soul shall taste of death. We will test them with evil and with good, as a trial, with harm and benefit, probably, as a trial. But you have the choice between evil and good. But the evil's not created. The evil is a choice the creation has done to twist something as a trial. And unto us shall they return, and those who misbelieve see thee, they only take thee for a jest. Is this he who mentions your gods? Yet they at the mention of the merciful do disbelieve. Man is created out of haste. I will show you my signs, but do not hurry me. And they say, when will this threat, if ye tell the truth? Did those who misbelieve but know when the fire shall not be warded off from their faces nor from their backs, and they shall not be helped? Nay, it shall come on them suddenly, and shall dumbfound them, and they shall not be able to repel it, nor shall they be respited. Prophets before thee have been mocked at, but that whereat they jested encompass those who mocked. Say, who shall guard you by night and by day from the merciful? Nay, but they from the mention of their Lord do turn aside. Have they gads to defend them against us? These cannot help themselves, nor shall they be abetted against us. Nay, but we have granted enjoyment to these men and to their fathers, whilst life was prolonged. Do they not see that we come to the land and shorten its borders? Shall they then prevail? Say, I only warn you by inspiration, but the death hear not the call when they are warned. But if a blast of the torment of thy Lord touches them, they will surely say, Oh, woe is us! Verily we were wrongdoers. We will place just balances upon the resurrection day, and no soul shall be wronged at all, even though it be the weight of a grain of mustard seed. We will bring it, for we are good enough at reckoning up. We did not give to Moses and Aaron the discrimination, and a light and a reminder to those who fear, who are afraid of their Lord in secret, and who at the hour do shrink. This is a blessed reminder which we have sent down. Will ye then deny it? Again, when there's a question, feel free, comment section, answer, or answer it for yourselves. This is something you're supposed to respond to. Other stuff I do is something to respond to. As a reminder which we have set down, will you then deny it? And we gave Abraham a right direction before, for about him we knew when he said to his father and to his people, What are these images to which ye pay devotion? Said they, We found our fathers serving them. Said he, Both you and your fathers have been in obvious error. They said, Dost thou come to us with the truth? Or art thou but of those who play? He said, Nay, but your Lord is Lord of the heavens and the earth, which he originated, and I am of those who testify this. And by Allah, I will plot against your idols after ye have turned and shown me your backs. So he brake them all in pieces except a large one they had, that haply they might refer it to that. And this is not something we're actually allowed to do. If you're reestablishing a house of worship, but you're not allowed to just go iconoclastic, people have to break their own idols when repenting, if they're going to do that. We're supposed to leave other people's temples alone, as you'll see in the next chapter. Turn your back, so they break them all in pieces, except a large one they had, that happily they might refer it to that. Said they, Who has done this with our gods? Verily he is of the wrongdoers. They said, We heard a youth mentioning them, who is called Abraham. Said they, Then bring him before the eyes of men. Haply they will bear witness. Said they, Was it thou who did this to our gods, O Abraham? Said he, Nay, it was this largest of them, but ask them if they can speak. But then they came to themselves and said, Verily ye are the wrongdoers. Then they turned upside down again. Thou knewest that these cannot speak. Said he, Will ye then serve besides Allah what cannot profit you at all, nor harm you? Fie upon you and what ye serve besides Allah. Have ye then no sense? Said they,
Burn him, and help your gods if you are going to do so.
We said, O
Fire,
be thou cool, and a safety for Abraham. They desired to plot against him, but we made them the losers. Now, he had the right spirit, but the action was a bit wrong, and one of the 3 lies that he said. But, he was trustworthy enough that, you can take everything, and, these were special. What was the other one? Something about his wife. Oh no, it's my sister. And what's the third one? Or that he told in his life, not in an afternoon, in his life. And we brought him and Lot safely to the land which we have blessed for the world. And we bestowed upon him Isaac and Jacob as a fresh gift, and each of them we made righteous persons. And we made them high priests to guide by our bidding, and we inspired them to do good works, and to be steadfast in prayer, and to give alms, and they did serve us. And Lot, to him we gave judgment and knowledge, and we brought him safely out of the city which had done vile acts. Verily they were a people who wrought abominations, and we made him enter into our mercy. Verily he was the righteous. And Noah, when he cried aforetime, and we answered him, and saved him and his people from the mighty trouble, and we helped him against the people who said our signs were lies. Verily they were a bad people, so we drowned them altogether. And David and Solomon, when they gave judgment concerning the field, when some people's sheep had strayed therein at night, and we testified to their judgment, and this we gave Solomon to understand. To each of them we gave judgment and knowledge, and to David we subjected the mountains to celebrate our praises, and the birds too. It was we who did it, and we taught him the art of making coats of mail for you, to shield you from each other's violence. Are ye then grateful? And to Solomon the wind blowing stormily, to run on at his bidding in the land which we have blessed. For all things did we know, and some devils to dive for him, and to do other works besides that, and we kept guard over them. And Job, when he cried to his Lord, as for me, harm has touched me, but thou art the most merciful of the merciful ones. And we answered him, and removed from him the distress that was upon him, and we gave his family and the like of them with them as a mercy from us, and a remembrance to those who serve us. And Ishmael and Idris and Zulkifl, and all of these were of the patient, and we made them enter into our mercy, and they were among the righteous. And the noon, when he went away in wrath, and thought that we had no power over him, and he cried out in darkness, There is no God but thou, celebrated be thy praise. Verily I was of the evildoers. And we answered him, and saved him from the trouble. Thus do we save believers. And Zechariah, when he cried unto his Lord, O Lord, leave me not alone, for thou art the best of the heirs. And we answered him, and bestowed on him John, and we made his wife right for him. Verily these vied in good works, and called on us with longing and dread, and were humble before us. And she who guarded her private parts, and we breathed into her of our spirit, and we made her and her son a sign unto the worlds. Verily this is your nation. Verily this your nation is one nation, and I am your Lord, so serve me. But they cut up their affair amongst themselves, and they all shall return to us, and he who acts aright, and he who is a believer. There is no denial of his efforts, for verily we will write them down for him. 16 exemplar prophets, is that how many you mentioned in this chapter? There is a ban upon the city which we have destroyed, that they shall not return until Yajuj and Majuj, you know, the Sakis people from the steppes of Asia, the Scythians, north of the Persians, and I guess it includes the Tibetans, because the Tibetans were pretty bad at that point, and the Mongolians, and the Magyar, and anyways, let out until Yajuj and Majuj are let out, and they from every hummock shall glide forth. And the true promise draws nigh, and lo, they are staring the eyes of those who misbelieve. Oh, woe is us. Verily we were heedless of this, nay, we were wrongdoers. Verily ye and what ye serve besides the law shall be the pebbles of
Hell, to it shall ye go down.
Hadn't these been the laws, they would not have gone down thereto, but all shall dwell therein for aye. For them therein is groaning, but therein shall not be heard. Merely those for whom the good from us was foreordained, they from it shall be kept far away. They shall not hear the slightest sound thereof, and they in what their souls desire shall dwell for aye. The greatest terror shall not grieve them, and the angels shall meet them. This is your day which ye were promised, the day when we will roll up the heaven as a sigil rolls up the books. You know, a scroll, a prison. Oh, sigil is prison, sigil is rolled up. As a sigil rolls up the books, as we produced it at the first creation, we will bring it back again, a promise binding upon us. Verily, we are going to do it, and already have we written in the Psalms, after the reminder that the earth shall my righteous servants inherit. Verily, and this is preaching for a people who serve me. We have only sent thee as a mercy to the worlds. It could be any Psalms, really, that were prophetic books, because the Avesta has something like this. The Psalms that the Jews adhere to may contain Psalms from the prophets, too. So my righteous servants inherit. Verily, and this is preaching for a people who serve me. We have only sent thee as a mercy to the worlds. Say, I am only inspired that your Lord, that your Allah is one Allah. Are ye then resigned? Listen. What? But if they turn their backs, say, I have proclaimed against all alike. But I know not if what ye are threatened with be near or far. Verily, he knows what is spoken openly, and he knows what ye hide. I know not. Happily, it is a trial for you and a provision for a season. Say, my Lord, judge thou with truth. And our Lord is the merciful, whom we ask for aid against what they ascribe. And a sigil, the name of an angel who has charge over the book, which the human being's fate is written. The book he rolls up at a person's death. The word thereof may mean a scroll or register, and the passage may be rendered like the rolling up of a scroll for writing. That's the E.H. Palmer comment, but just like the comments that people make on the Avesta, we're not necessarily turning to different angels and are thinking that, you know, there's concepts, there's things that aren't necessarily beings, or there could be names of beings or something. But it's that type of thinking. He just assumes that rather than a specific type of heavenly, of otherworldly scroll, that it's some sort of angel or something. But I'll say more about angelology in other playlists, but